The Blue Jays won 2 titles in the 1990s. They have not been to the World Series since. And if you think 32 years is a long time to wait, Mariners fans are saying hold our beers, because they are the only franchise that has never gone to a World Series. And so it's all that waiting, all that hoping that makes this a special championship series matchup. Kevin Gausman set the tone in that division series. He cruised through the first 5 innings against the Yankees and finished off just a run over 5 2/3, getting the win.
In the first inning, the Mariners have the Blue Jays cornered. It's 1st and 3rd with 1 out.
Bounces one left side. Raleigh's headed home. Barger's throw is there. The tag from Kirk, and he's out. Addison Barger throws home, and they cut down Cal Raleigh.
Wasn't hit all that hard. It was a really nice split finger down in the strike zone. Addison Barger throws a strike to Alejandro Kirk for a big second out here in this inning.
Well, Bryce Miller for the Mariners started Game 4 of the division series on Wednesday, so this is short rest. But he's the only guy, as far as the starters go, that didn't pitch on Friday. So by default, he gets the ball in Game 1.
Hit high, right field and deep, turning around Rosarena. He got it. It's gone. First pitch homer, George Springer. Ambush 97 right on the outside edge, and yet he smashed it the opposite way into the right field bullpen. 1-0 Blue Jays in the first.
Similar stories for these starters tonight. He had Miller give up the home run, and 3 of the first 4 reached against him, but he's retired 14 of the last 15. Kevin Gausman had 1st and 3rd with 1 out in the first inning. They made the out at home, and that started to shrink. Now 15 in a row retired. Every time I checked for an update on Cal Raleigh this year, he was breaking somebody else's record. 60 of them this year, just 2 shy of the American League record. It was the most ever by a Mariner. He broke Griffey's record, most ever by a catcher.
Swung on, blasted, right field. This is gonna go. It is gone. Cal Raleigh, oh Canada, a solo home run, and this game is tied. Cal has invaded Canada again, and he has done it. It's a brand new ball game. It's 1-1 in the 6th inning. A monster blast by Cal Raleigh.
That's ball 4 on Rodriguez, and the go-ahead run reaches here in the 6th. That's going to do it for Kevin Gausman. Just a run over 5 2/3, but Bryce Miller just as good. Hands it off to the lefty Brendan Little. The 1-2 to Polanco in the dirt, and it gets away from Kirk, and up into scoring position goes Rodriguez. So now Polanco, who is the hero on Friday night, could give Seattle its first lead with a 2-out base hit.
Swung on, roped into left field, base hit. Julio steams around third base. He's being waved. Julio scores, and the Mariners have the lead. Jorge Polanco has been huge all postseason long. He's given the Mariners the lead. It is 2-1 in the 6th inning.
And pitching on short rest for the first time in his career. He's picking a really good time to have his best start this year. Fly ball popped into left. On comes Rosarena. And Bryce Miller has dug deep and gone 6 innings in this game. A leadoff home run and nothing after that.
Rosarena has stolen 1st to 3rd without even a throw attempted. And now he's 90 feet away from extending the Mariner lead.
And the 3-1 pitch to Julio, and it's going to be outside for ball 4. So once again, Julio draws a big walk, his 2nd walk of the night. Now the Mariners have runners on at 1st and 3rd with 1 away for Jorge Polanco, who has been Mr. Everything for the Mariners. Now the stretch, and the 2-1 to Polanco, swinging a ground ball right side and through for a base hit. Here comes Randy on the score. From 3rd down to 2nd goes Julio, and Jorge Polanco, Mr. Timely, coming through with another RBI single, scoring Randy Rosarena, and it's now the Mariners 3 and the Blue Jays 1. He does it again tonight.
Munoz has put down the first 2 to start this 9th inning. Just 1 more to get for the Mariners, taking Game 1 of this series against the Blue Jays.
Swinging a fly ball, shallow left center field. JP going out, calling for it. Randy coming in, and Randy is there to make the catch. The Mariners win it, and they take the opening game of this best-of-7 American League Championship Series.
This is the unknown factor for an inexperienced but dynamic pitcher. How is he going to handle the environment the second time through? Down 1 game versus the cushion of being up 1 game against the New York Yankees. He was riding an incredible wave.
The stretch and the pitch. Julio swinging a drive deep down the left field line. Stay fair. It is a fair ball. Goodbye baseball. Just fair down the left field line. Julio Rodriguez with a home run, scoring Randy and Cal out in front of him, and just like that, the Mariners have a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first inning.
One thing he's done really well in the year is taking care of the top of the order and the leadoff batter, and we talk about it over and over again. The leadoff batter in an inning is so crucial in the postseason.
Down the line towards the pole and just foul. Springer that close to doing it again. With the first leadoff home run in Blue Jays postseason history yesterday. Leading this one off against Gilbert. Sending a drive to left center field. Arozarena's back. It is off of the warning track, and it's extra bases for Springer. Again, sparking this Toronto offense and bringing this crowd right back into the equation.
If you're the Toronto Blue Jays, now that you're down 3-0 here in the first, you have to score that run from second base.
High chopper right side. Lucas takes off for first base. Naylor gloves and throws it away. Springer around third. He'll score. Lucas charging for second on about a 50% knee. Nathan Lucas legs it out. Force the error, and the Blue Jays on the board. It's 3-1 for the Mariners with a runner on second in the first.
This place is going crazy. And the Mariners completely took the air out of the building with that home run from Julio Rodriguez. So important that the Jays get right back up on this 1-1. Vlad Jr. chops it to short for J.P. Crawford with a heck of a pitch for the first out. Wow, what a nifty play by Crawford.
They're just giving you that run. They're saying, hey, you can have the run, we'll take the out. And if you're Addison Barger, you have to be smart up there. Do not try to hit a home run. Try to score that guy from third.
On a 2-2, Barger swings and misses at a good splitter from Gilbert for out number 2. Big strikeout there for Logan Gilbert. We talk all about Trey Savage's splitter, but this splitter right here was the best swing and miss pitch of any starter in baseball this year. And he pulls it at a good time. Up comes Kirk.
And he lines the ball to right center field. It's a base hit. Lucas in to score, and the Blue Jays are back within a run. Game on.
Varsho cranks a line drive to right field, but it is right at Victor Robles. Wow, this game explodes out of the gates. 5 runs in the first inning. Logan Gilbert, one of the best strike throwers in baseball. Blue Jays very aggressive in that first inning. And nobody more aggressive than this guy right here, Ernie Clement. Clement slaps it into center field, a base hit. He swings at everything, and he makes contact with just about everything as well. Davis Schneider is a late addition to the lineup with Anthony Santander's scratch with lower back tightness. On a 1-0 from Gilbert. Schneider half swing, pokes it to first. Naylor thought about it, instead steps on the bag. And the scoring position goes Clement.
3-2. The Mariners lead the Blue Jays. It's the bottom of the second inning, and Jimenez is up with Ernie Clement on second base at 1 out.
Grounds on to first. Naylor's got it. Steady feed over to Gilbert. 2 out.
So they're moving the runner, but there are 2 outs right now, and that'll leave it up to George Springer, who got the first inning started with a double to left center.
Ball, that's it. Backed up, ball 4. First walk issued by Gilbert. So now it's 2 on and 2 out for Lucas, who on that sore knee had an infield hit his first time, and it was thrown away by first baseman Josh Naylor, led to the first run.
And he did it. Another clutch hit for Lucas. Clement in to score. Springer around to third. What an October for Nathan Lucas.
George Springer told me before the game yesterday we wouldn't be who we are without Ernie Clement and Nathan Lucas.
Slow walk out to the mound. Have a talk with Logan. With Vladimir Guerrero Jr. due up next. And again, another 3-2 pitch on the way. Here she comes, swinging a shot up the middle. But right there is Polanco. He's got it near the bag. The throw to first in time to get Guerrero. Logan Gilbert wins that battle.
Mariners have him at first and third. 2 gone in this third inning for Suarez. Could come up with a big hit for the Mariners. On a line to center field. Varsho back at first. Comes on, dives, and makes the catch. Oh, man, he saved himself after going the wrong direction with the first step. And the Gold Glove center fielder keeps this a 3-3 game. Lazaro pitched in all 5 games of the division series, and he finished it off, John, by going 2 2/3 in Game 5.
Swinging a soft tapper off the plate, halfway to the mound. It's picked up by Cal. Barehand play, throw to first base, and it's in time as Cal Raleigh winds up on his chest protector halfway out to the mound, and he just made a sensational play. Slow to get up, but he's all right as he pounced on that and threw a strike to first base. Here is Polanco. Does he have another go-ahead hit in him here? 1 out, 2 on. Tied at 3. Swinging a fly ball drilled right center field. This is back at the wall, and it's gone! Jorge Polanco, Mr. October. A 3-run smash over the wall in right field. The Mariners flip the script in the 5th. Jorge Polanco has done it again. It is 6-3 Mariners in the 5th inning.
Crawford looking for his first hit of the championship series. He's seen pretty much nothing but 4-seam fastballs. Flips it into left center field. It's down for a base hit to score Rivas. Crawford does what the situation calls for. Puts it in play with 2 strikes and brings him in. 7-3 Seattle.
They're putting the ball in play, getting the runs in when they're out there to be had. That will go a long way for the Seattle Mariners.
It's a full house here in Toronto. You would not know it. 7-3 Mariners, 7th inning. Swung on and blasted. Right field. This has a chance. It is gone. Josh Naylor, a 2-run home run. The Mariners add on 2 more. 9-3 Mariners. Happy Thanksgiving to Josh Naylor. Back home in Canada, and the Mariners extend the lead. They are up by 6.
And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mariners down 2 outs away from going 2-0. Now the stretch, and the 2-0 pitch swung on, ground ball to third. Up with the ball, Gino down to second. 1. Polanco's relay to first, and the ball game is over. The Mariners are 2 wins away from the promised land. They take a 2-0 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays.
We asked the question before Game 1, do the Mariners have enough left in the tank after that 5-game series against the Tigers? Turns out it was a bad question. They didn't just survive those 2 games there in Toronto. They won them both, and they did it how they've done it all year, the pitching and the power. We're going to find out what these Toronto Blue Jays are made of. They were made of a bunch of offense against the Yankees. They steamrolled through the division series, but they've been stymied through 2 games here. It's Shane Bieber for the Blue Jays, trying to improve upon his first start of the postseason, where he only lasted 2 2/3 at Yankee Stadium. Here's 3-1 to Rosarena. Rides inside and a leadoff walk. The Julio Rodriguez, who reached base 3 times in the first game, had the home run to get him going in Game 2.
Swinging a well-hit ball deep to left field. Going and goodbye baseball. He almost hit his face on the board, the out-of-town scoreboard in left center field. Julio Rodriguez with another first-inning home run. He had a 3-run blast in the first a couple of days ago at Rogers Center. A line shot 2-run home run here in the bottom of the first inning at T-Mobile Park. And the Mariners with a 2-0 lead, and the crowd is going wild. A walk and a bomb, and the Mariners are up 2-0. Do they want Game 3 of this series? You better believe it.
See if the Blue Jays can get something going here in the top of the 3rd against Kirby. It'll be 8-9-1. Kirby to face Ernie Clement to begin the 3rd. Ernie is 1 for 7 in the series. As he lines it down the left field line, it's a fair ball. And Clement turns on the fastball and is into second with a leadoff double.
A moment here for Toronto. They've got to figure out a way to get at least 1 here, if not more.
Here's a high fly ball off of the bat of Jimenez that's carrying well. Robles turns and watches it fly. It's the 9-hitter, Andres Jimenez, of all people, giving Toronto the swing that it desperately needed. It's tied at 2.
You have got to be kidding me. Andres Jimenez with one of the biggest swings of his life. The Seattle Mariners were expecting a sac bunt, and they got a 2-run home run. What a swing.
His first homer of the playoffs and his 8th regular season and postseason combined. A 400-foot moonshot over the Boeing sign in right center. It's 2-2 in the 3rd.
Lucas rips a base hit to center field. Nathan Lucas just keeps on doing it. His 4th hit the last 2 games. That's ripped towards the left field corner and off the wall. Lucas to third. Guerrero's headed for second with a blow of a double. And he shouts into that dugout and says, "I'm back."
Well, no sooner did I spit it out of my mouth. This is the one thing that you can get out of Guerrero. If you leave a slider middle in and he can launch it. Now the difference is it stayed in the park.
Chopper to first. No movement. Naylor to the bag. As good as a strikeout, 2 away.
Went back to the fastball, tried to get it up, didn't get it up enough, but got the result he wanted. Now a chance to bear down and get out of what could have been a nightmare inning here.
A 3-1 to Alejandro Kirk. Taken for ball 4 and the bases are loaded. First walk of the game issued by Kirby, and a big chance here for Dalton Varsho. It's only 1 base run over the first 2 innings, 4 hits and a walk here in the 3rd. And Varsho, the 8th man to bat. He's got a chase, but it's a wild pitch, and the Blue Jays take the lead. Lucas in to score. He overthrows another, and it's 3-2 Toronto.
A tough play for Cal. He's trying to scoop that short hop, and it catches the top of his glove.
He's drilled by Varsho to right. Racing back Robles. Turns it off the fence. In to score Guerrero. Kirk will score as well. Ball gets away from Robles, but Varsho stays at second with a 2-run double.
What a swing from Dalton Varsho. He got the elevated heater and he smoked it. Another ball off the top of the wall. The second of the inning for the Toronto Blue Jays. Missed a home run by about 3 feet in right field. A couple more runs in this ball game. 5-2 Toronto now. What an inning for them.
Well, Kirby's got a job to do now, and it's try to limit the damage and give them as many innings, quality innings as possible. You don't want to just go to relievers as fast as you can in this long series.
First pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in to lead it off in the 5th, 2 for 2 today with a single, a double, and a run scored. Vladdy hits it high in deep center field. Moving back Rodriguez at the warning track. Leaps at the fence. Did he get it? He did not. It's gone. Home run. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And it's 7-2 Blue Jays in the 5th.
So George Kirby, who had been so good over his first 4 games in the postseason in his career, was excellent in the division series against the Tigers. Did not have it tonight. The Jays score 7 runs against him in 4+ innings. Ernie Clement pokes from the right field. That's a base hit. Santander's waved home. Robles throws for the plate. It's cut off. Throw to third. He's out, but the run had scored. Santander had stepped on home, and so it's 8-2 Blue Jays as Clement knocks in another. Kirk quiet the couple games in Toronto, but he's walked in singled today.
Well, if the score holds up, they have half of their job that they have to guarantee. They got to win 2 games to at least get back to Toronto.
Kirk hits it high in deep right field. Racing back Robles at the fence. Climbs the wall. It is gone. Make it a dozen for the Blue Jays on a 3-run homer from Alejandro Kirk. He hits it the other way for his 3rd home run of the postseason.
Heck of a lineup for the Mariners. A lot of guys with postseason play, including Randy. Here's a swing and a drive deep to left field. Going and goodbye baseball into the Blue Jays bullpen. Randy Arozarena, 27 home runs during the regular season. There's his first home run of this postseason.
Raleigh hitless the last 2. Raleigh sends a drive down the line towards the pole. Goodbye.
In and out of the bleachers in right field. An effort by Lucas to try to bring it back. Cal Raleigh with a home run. Back-to-back home runs for Randy Arozarena and Cal Raleigh.
Jays, a 5th home run tonight. Tie a postseason team record. 4 of them tonight. Barger trying to get involved. He's 0 for 4.
1-1 pitch is slammed. Right field and deep. Addison Barger in his home state absolutely destroys a solo home run. 13-4, the Blue Jays lead in the top of the 9th. Their 5th home run of the night as the homer parade continues.
Well, I did say it would be nice to see him hit something in a gap or over the fence. He chose the latter. What a swing from Addison Barger. Let's get him going.
He hit it in that gap between the fence and the fans. That's his first career postseason home run. And now 8 total homers in this game. I promise I'm not lying that this isn't an easy place to hit home runs.
Well, the Blue Jays 1 win away from guaranteeing that this championship series goes back to Toronto in search of their first World Series in 32 years. The Mariners 2 wins away from their first trip to the World Series.
And now we'll see what Max Scherzer has in store after walking 2 but not giving up a hit or a run. He'll face 5, 6, 7 in the Mariner order, starting with Josh Naylor.
The windup and the pitch from Scherzer. Swinging a fly ball deep into the gap in right center field. Barger going back to the one-he track to the wall. Leaps up and does he make the catch? No, it's gone. It is gone. Goodbye baseball. Josh Naylor with a home run right in front of the J-Rod squad. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. And the Canadian from outside of Toronto with a home run against the Blue Jays give the Mariners a lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second.
Here's Andres Gimenez, who in a similar spot yesterday hit a 2-run homer to tie the game. Runner on second, no outs, corners in. Swing and a deep drive right field. Turning back can zone, turns at the wall. It's gone! Andres Gimenez for a second straight night launches a 2-run homer, and the Blue Jays lead 2-1 in the top of the third.
What a swing from Andres Gimenez. Again, he works the count, fights off some tough pitches. He gets that fastball at 95 over the heart of the plate. And again, I think he's trying to move the runner. He's trying to hit the ball to the right side of the infield. But when you get a pitch like that over the heart of the plate, why try to do that when you can barrel it up and get it out of here?
Van Wilson, how aggressive will he be? He gave us the feeling when we talked to him before the game that he would be really aggressive. He felt like the game was hanging in the balance here. And here he comes, going to make a change in the 3rd inning. Just a couple minutes ago, Luis Castillo was walking off of the mound with his crowd roaring after a 7-pitch first inning. Life comes at you fast in the postseason. The night is over for Luis Castillo. It'll be up to this Mariners bullpen to carry the load in Game 4.
So the bases are loaded with only 1 out. Spire had the great year this season, 4-3 with a 2.61 ERA and 76 appearances. And now he comes in a lot of hot water here in the top of the 3rd. Looking to face the left-handed bat of Dalton Varsho.
Down and away, ball 4. A bases loaded walk to bring in a run. Lucas in to score on the RBI from Varsho. Kirk at second and Guerrero at third. 3-1 Blue Jays in the top of the 3rd inning. The Mariners were expecting it. A sac bunt for Andres Gimenez, which feels funny given he's homered each of the last 2 games, but he does the job from the 9th spot, setting up George Springer with a runner in scoring position.
Yanked to left field. That's headed for the corner. Extra bases for George Springer. Kiner for left is in to score, and it's 4-1 Jays.
Another good swing from George Springer. He gets a slider that's hanging over the middle, and he rips it down the line for an RBI and a 4-1 Blue Jays lead.
And that will be it for Gabe Spire, who gave up an inherited run in the 3rd and then a run of his own here in the 4th. Dan Wilson out to make a pitching change.
So here's Brash, 1-3 on the year with a 2.47 ERA and 53 appearances.
A big matchup here. Runner at 3rd base, 2 outs. Vlad deep in the box from the right side. Menacing hitter for the Blue Jays.
In the dirt right here. Springer comes home, and it's 5-1. Everything going Toronto's way.
2nd night in a row that a wild pitch catches in a Blue Jay run.
Scherzer in a stare down right here with John Schneider as he comes out with a Rosarena coming up. Scherzer 1 out away from qualifying for his first win in the postseason in 6 years. And he sends him back to the dugout. Wow.
He was just going to do a quick word with him anyway. Say, hey, man, you got one more hitter.
Scherzer's 1-2 pitch. Curve strikes him out.
5 innings of 1-run ball. Vintage Max Scherzer in Seattle sends us to the 6th inning. And Raleigh is 0 for 2. One of the biggest keys so far for Scherzer is he has not let Raleigh do damage.
There's and he strikes out Rodriguez on another breaking pitch. All 5 of his Ks have come on spin.
Well, he's in rhythm now, and so when you see a pitcher in rhythm and he's had the success knowing how to limit damage, he's making it happen.
176 career playoff strikeouts now.
There's Polanco.
Home with another 3-2, and it's inside for ball 4. So the 4th walk that he's issued is going to be the end of his night. Instead of letting him face Josh Naylor again, John Schneider's out there to make a change. Max Scherzer 5 2/3. What a night. Scherzer take a bow. Game 4, the American League Championship Series, in position to win his first postseason game in 6 years.
The tying run is on deck. At the plate right now is Eugenio Suarez, who you mentioned hit 49 in the regular season.
Swung on.
Looper, right field, it's down a base hit. Polanco racing around third base. He is going to score. The throw to third is in time to get Naylor. The run counts, but Naylor is thrown out at third. And that brings an end to the inning. The Mariners get one, but Barger with that rocket arm that the Mariners have seen before this year, it strikes again. That is a tough way for the inning to come to a close. It's now 5-2. Blue Jays with the lead.
1 ball and strike on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 5-2 game here in the 7th. Jays getting 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th.
1-1 pitch is hit high in the air, right field. Tracking backhand zone at the warning track. Leaps at the fence. It is gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with his 5th home run of the postseason, and the Blue Jays strike back to take a 6-2 lead in the 7th.
That pitch was on the black on the outside part of the plate at 96 miles an hour. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. showing off the opposite field power, getting the barrel to that tough pitch, and just sneaking it out here above that glove of Dominic Canzone out in right field. What a swing from him, and what an important run for the Toronto Blue Jays.
And it is 2 in scoring position. Straw on second, Clement on third, 1 out. 6-2 Blue Jay lead. Hancock sets with 2 in scoring position, 1 out. Lined up the middle, off the glove of Hancock, and dribbling through into center. In to score Clement. The way being given to Jimenez. Here's the throw from Rodriguez. It bounces in offline, and that's a 2-run single for Andres Jimenez. Clement and Straw score, and the Blue Jays have an 8-2 lead in the 8th inning. So runner on second after the wild pitch. 2 outs in a full count. Bottom of the 9th inning, 8-2 Blue Jay lead. Called strike 3. The Blue Jays have tied up this series at 2. They are not dead yet. An 8-2 win in Game 4 in Seattle.
What an important ball game from the Toronto Blue Jays. Max Scherzer, who we didn't really know what we were going to get today. He last pitched on September 24th, was vintage Max Scherzer. He was incredible. The stuff was great. The command was great. There were some shaky spots in the ball game, but when he had to make a big pitch, he made that big pitch. What a start from him.
Welcome to the 2025 American League Championship Series. It is Game 5 from T-Mobile Park, and who's it going to be with this best of 7 now best of 3? Will it be the Blue Jays for the first time in 32 years? Or will the Mariners make it to the Fall Classic for the first time? So it's come down to 3 games. The road team winning every game so far, and this ALCS has become a toss-up.
So 1 out, and that'll bring up third baseman Eugenio Suarez. So Gino looking to get the bat going, along with a few others. Here in the LCS. Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive. Deep to left field. Going back. Lucas looking up, and goodbye baseball. Eugenio Suarez with a blast way out to left field. And the Mariners lead the Blue Jays 1-0 on Gino's 2nd home run of the postseason. Everybody on their feet waving the towels. Gino looking up, pats his chest, touches home, and the Mariners with a 1-0 lead. And Gino, that's the way to get the crowd in the O-ball game. Holy smokes, what a shot. This one way back to left field.
And the Blue Jays have had a ton of 2-out RBIs in this series. George Springer coming up in a really big spot here. Addison Barger standing at second base, 2 outs.
He launches a fly ball to left center field. It's carrying well. Rodriguez watches it hit off the wall and watches the scoreboard change to 1-1. 3 batters after Bryce Miller leaves the game. George Springer doubles home the tying run against Matt Brash.
Breaking ball right there down the middle, and Springer thinks he might have got it, and he knew he had enough time if he didn't to get to second base. Blue Jays do it again.
The 3-2 taken for ball 4. He got ahead 1-2. Winds up walking him, and the wrong spot to do that. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s coming up.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He just blew his doors off at 97 miles an hour. And he strands a pair.
The Mariners have gone to the bullpen, and Brian Wu is on for the Mariners right now. Has been one of the best pitchers in baseball. He has not taken the mound in a month. And here he is in a 1-1 game in the 6th inning.
Alejandro Kirk leads off and pokes the first pitch he sees to right center field. Headed for the wall. He's headed for second. Canzone's throw is cut off. A leadoff double for Kirk. And a rude greeting for Wu.
Here comes a guy who's known for hitting the line drives, Ernie Clement. Bounced into that real unlucky double play in the fourth and lined out on a leaping catch up the middle in the second. He's 0 for 2.
Swatted to right center field, base hit for Clement. Kirk, the slowest runner in the big leagues. He's going to get there. The throw from Canzone was not close. And Toronto's taken the lead. Alejandro Kirk leads off the inning with a double. Scores on a go-ahead hit from Ernie Clement.
Surprised by this throw. I thought he had plenty of time to get it ready, and he just had it fading towards third base. Kirk was giving everything he had right there.
And Gabe Spire has one out here in the top of the 8th.
Very important first out for Spire.
Spire facing Ernie Clement.
Here's a high fly ball off of the bat of Ernie Clement. Back goes Arozarena onto the track at the wall. He's got it. Arozarena with a leap in front of the fence, and a tip of the cap from Clement. It stays 2-1.
And who knows how large that will loom in this game. I think that gets over the wall, maybe off the top of the fence. Brendan Little is into the game in the biggest spot of his career. He has Cal Raleigh, Jorge Polanco, and Josh Naylor to deal with.
The historic season. More home runs than any catcher in the game of baseball. There's no doubt about it. Cal can tie up this game with one swing of the bat.
Here's a high fly ball. Deep left field. Did he get enough? He did! Big dumper! Biggest swing! Game 5 tied!
Goodbye baseball into Edgar's Cantina. Holy smoke, the historic season continues into the postseason. The big dumper with a big home run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It ties the game. It's the Mariners 2 and the Blue Jays 2. Cal Raleigh's 4th home run of the postseason. And they're going crazy here at T-Mobile Park. We are tied at 2.
Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And that's going to do it for Brendan Little. 3 batters faced, doesn't get an out. We're tied with 2 on. Sir Anthony Dominguez into the game, and he has got a bit of a mess to clean up here. The Mariners have tied this game at 2. Runners on first and second, nobody out. And Dominguez is trying to keep Polanco from scoring to keep this game knotted up.
Gets hit. It's unraveling on the Jays. Bases loaded, nobody out. You hit a guy who can't hit.
And the Mariners have the bases loaded with nobody out for Eugenio Suarez, who hit a long home run back in the second. And right now, all the Mariners need is a healthy fly ball to take a lead in this game.
Another 2-2. It's another fastball. It's driven the other way. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam.
Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It is grand salami time. Eugenio Suarez with an opposite field grand salami. Mariners now lead the Blue Jays 6-2. Gino's 2nd home run of the ball game. 5 runs batted in for Eugenio Suarez. It's the Mariners 6. It's the Blue Jays 2. And the crowd is going crazy here at T-Mobile Park. Holy smokes, what a comeback here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5 runs are in, 6-2 the Mariners lead. These guys never give up. They are the Cardiac Kids. Pitcher on the mound, Senor Smoke takes over. Andres Munoz looking for the final 3 outs in this wild ball game tonight here at T-Mobile Park. Here's the pitch, swung out, fly ball into right field. Robles is right there, and he makes the catch, and there's out number 1. Mariners looking for 2 more outs to take a 3-2 lead over the Blue Jays. Andres Jimenez will be the hitter. 0 for 3 on the night.
Lazy fly to Arozarena. 2 gone in the 9th. The Mariners fans are hoping that they get another shot at this. And a shot in the World Series for the first time. Loperfido up the middle. Crawford so close they can taste it. The Mariners take a Game 5 thriller. Their 1 win from the World Series.
That's a tough loss for the Toronto Blue Jays, but the series isn't over yet. They get to go back to Toronto.
The Mariners are 1 win away from an American League pennant and punch their ticket to the World Series. They need 1 more win in Toronto. Holy smokes, what a comeback.
The Blue Jays win 2 of 3 games in Seattle and get it back here to Toronto for Game 6, where the Seattle Mariners are 1 win away from the World Series for the first time.
Naylor having a good series, having a good October, and he was 2 for 2. A couple of singles against Savage in Game 2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. They went to the splitter in an unhittable location, and Naylor fished for it down and away. 1 out. Now Savage back to the top of the hill, looking in at Randy Arozarena, the right-handed hitting left fielder for Seattle.
The 1-2 again. He got him. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open up the second.
Seattle needed somebody, John, to step up for him, and this was not a guy that I don't think either of us saw coming. Here's Savage trying to strike out the side, and he does!
And the Blue Jays try and take that momentum into the bottom half. Worth noting, Logan Gilbert has 7 career starts against the Blue Jays, regular and postseason, to a 5.30 ERA and a 3.04 average for the Blue Jays against him collectively.
Barger smacks a line drive to center field and a base hit. Oh, it's kicked by Rodriguez, and it allows Barger to take 2. He's going to have a shot at a double either way, but that ensured it.
And now this part of the lineup is what has been giving pretty much everybody trouble, but in the postseason, this lower part of the lineup has been stingy, and a big reason why they score so many runs.
I mean, you got your 6-hitter here, Ernie Clement, hitting .429.
Now Ernie Clement looks to drive him in. The pitch.
Clement hits a grounder to third. Suarez can't find it, and Clement is safe.
That's a straight air. Hit right to the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. That's the 4th air the Mariners have committed in this championship series.
A big break for the Blue Jays, and it's 2 on, nobody out for Addison Barger. And he lines it into right, a base hit. Varsho will come in to score. Clement racing around to third. It is 1-0 Blue Jays.
These are the 2 left-handed bats that have to come through for the Jays tonight. Varsho with the leadoff double. Addison Barger knocks him in.
Mariners, meanwhile, have some work to do against Trey Savage, who's been excellent so far. He's retired all 6, 4 strikeouts. Here's J.P. Crawford. High and away, ball 4. Now the Mariners have the leadoff man aboard. J.P. Crawford draws a walk.
Here's the 8-hitter Dominic Canzone batting left.
Looking for that put-away pitch to Canzone. A 1-2, and he made a good one right there. Went from uncompetitive to unhittable. Same lineup for Dan Wilson that he unveiled in Game 5.
Swung on, that is cracked, right field. Barger back, he's at the track, he's at the wall, makes a leap at the wall, it's off the wall. JP to second base, he's gonna have to hold. Rivas settles for a single off the wall. He nearly drove it out.
First and second, 1 out. The first threat of the night for the Mariners. And here's Julio Rodriguez.
3-1 pitch to Rodriguez, misses for ball 4, and now the bases are loaded for the big dumper.
More home runs than anybody in the majors this year. 60 in the regular season, 4 in the postseason. A ground ball to first, backhanded by Guerrero. Jimenez 1, Savage 2. He got out of it by getting a ground ball, getting over to first, and the Blue Jays turn the 3-6-1 inning-ending double play. 2 down, here's Ernie Clement. Fly ball, left field, well hit. It's off the wall, and Clement is around second and heading for third, and in there with a stand-up triple.
And all of these breaking balls are hanging right now for Logan Gilbert. They are begging to be hit.
Boy, this would be a huge run here. Logan Gilbert 1 out away from having a clean inning, and now he's looking at runner at third, 2 out.
Barger lifts the ball, right center. Canzone looking up at the fence. Out of here! Big fly, Addison Barger, and the Blue Jays double their advantage. They're up 4-0 in the third.
And the 3-2. Ball 4 just high. And for the second inning in a row, the Mariners have the bases loaded with 1 out.
Well, this is a very powerful team, and they have come through with the bases loaded all season long.
Short hopped. There's 1. There's 2. They turn it again.
It's been a strength of the Blue Jays all season long. Their terrific defense. And it comes through again for Trey Savage.
Rivas not big. He's 5'8", 160 pounds, but there is pop in there. Strikeout number 6 for Trey Savage. And he has rode that splitter to this bounce-back game. 4 strikeouts on that pitch. That's sawed off to short. 6, 4, 3. 3 consecutive twin killings.
They won a game 7, and the Blue Jays are trying to deliver one.
He smoked the ball last time up. Hit a hot shot to the third baseman.
Guerrero with a fly ball. Deep left field. It is gone. He got a curveball, and he got enough of it to hit it on out of here. This incredible October continues for Vladdy.
Oh, the dominance against the Yankees in his first postseason start. The city, this country fell in love with him. With that came a large amount of pressure and expectations for a kid who had started just a handful of games in the major leagues. But with that backdrop, with the pressure trying to keep his team's season alive, so here he comes to Josh Naylor with a high fly ball to deep right field. There goes the shutout. Naylor goes very deep and makes it 5-1. The Mississauga kid, for the second time in this series, goes deep at Rogers Center, and it's 5-1.
1-1 to Arozarena. Poked out on a soft line right center. That's down for a base hit. Coming around first, it's picked up by Barger. Arozarena goes back to the bag with a single. And you do have to wonder at this point if Trey Savage's great start in this game is coming to a close.
John Snyder looks like he's going to make a move.
And as you can probably hear, it is not a popular one here tonight. The crowd would like to see Savage given a chance to get through 6. But this reaction is going to be overwhelmed by the cheers that Savage is about to get.
Sparkling for Savage. A runner on first, and the Blue Jays leading 5-1.
The Mariners would love another big swing right here.
Shot to right, down the line. It's a fair ball. Up against the sidewall. Suarez falls. Here comes a throw home. It's up the line. Arozarena scores from first. Suarez settles for a single, but he's made it a 5-2 game. Runner aboard with one away. Alejandro Kirk coming up. Up the middle goes Kirk with a bullet of a base hit into center field.
And some of this is a byproduct, Joe, of just these guys are pitching a lot.
One away, runners at first and second. Varsho to the plate. Got a chase right here, but it kicks away. Throw to third, into left field. Guerrero comes in to score. Throwing error from Cal Raleigh. Jays get the insurance. 6-2.
He was angry running right here, and that led to a run. And watch his reaction when he touches home plate.
That's good TV, man.
I could beat you in different ways, he says. That's a big run.
Jeff Hoffman's going to stay in there, try to get the last 6 outs of this ball game. 1 gone in the 9th. Suarez walking an RBI single to it.
And the Mariners, for the first time in this game, are down to their last strike.
Pop up, buckle up for Game 7 tomorrow night. All the twists and the turns of this series, the highs and the lows, the nitpicking has led to a Game 7 to decide an American League champion. Welcome inside. Cannot wait for this ball game. You know, these teams have been linked, like we were talking about at the start of the series, back to 1977 when they joined the major leagues together. The Blue Jays won back-to-back titles in the 1990s. They have not gone to the World Series since, and as you know by now, the Mariners have never been to the World Series. The Mariners have hit more home runs than the Blue Jays have in this series, but the Blue Jays hitting .297 in the postseason. The Mariners hitting .215. They've struck out twice as much. And the strikeout means they don't get the 90 feet here. Ground ball right side past Guerrero. Here comes Rodriguez. Barger has a cannon, but the throw is late, and Seattle is on the board in the first inning of Game 7. Josh Naylor drives in Julio Rodriguez, and the Mariners take advantage of the leadoff double.
And that is a big, big run. That's only their 5th run produced not by a home run with runners in scoring position.
Both teams got the leadoff man on in this first inning. Mariners were able to cash in. Blue Jays now down to 2 outs with Dalton Varsho climbing in. Varsho grounds one through into center field. Springer chugs for the plate and ties the game. Both teams with a first inning run. Varsho knocks in Springer.
Curveball down, and he does a great job and just goes right up the middle. They were playing the pull.
Well, the bottom 5 in Toronto's order in the wins in this series, hitting .383, 18 runs batted in.
Not easy, really, to move in the leadoff spot mid-series, right? But they had to do something with their offense and struggling, and see if it pays off tonight. Already a double.
And now a 2-2 pitch. And a high drive to left center field. Lucas on the run. That ball's gone. Julio Rodriguez, in the biggest game of his life, is delivering. Doubles and scores in the first, homers in the third, and it's 2-1 Seattle.
A Game 7 blast by Julio. It is 2-1 Mariners in the third. You gotta love that. Julio gives the Mariners the lead with an emphatic Game 7 home run.
There is the hanger, and he didn't miss it.
Second time that he's homered against Bieber in this series. Mariners back in front.
Cal leads things off.
Both bullpens getting active.
Cal batting lefty against the righty Varland.
Varland fires. Cal hits a high fly ball, deep right field. It is gone. Raleigh joins Rodriguez, delivering in Game 7. The two biggest stars for the Mariners showing up when it matters most.
Cal Raleigh, he has homered in Game 7. He has stung the Blue Jays yet again. A leadoff home run by Cal Raleigh to begin the 5th inning. And a silent hush over nearly 50,000 inside Rogers Center. It's a 3-1 Mariners lead.
This guy's amazing. Seattle knows it. The rest of the country is about to find out.
5th home run of the postseason for Cal Raleigh after 60 during the regular year, and it is 3-1 Seattle.
You know, Springer, after getting hit in the knee, saw his series maybe not continuing. Well, not only is it continued, he's in a position to tie the game up and possibly send this Blue Jays crowd into a frenzy.
The 1-0 pitch. High fly ball. Left field. Arozarena watches it go. George Springer has his Jose Bautista moment. This one deeper into the playoffs. This one could send him to the World Series.
It's not the World Series, but if Joe Carter had that jacket, he'd be wearing that jacket. Now that jacket has had the biggest moment of the year to this point on Springer. Frenzy, I set him a little short. It's beyond frenzy here.
Swinging a fly ball, left field and deep. Arozarena turns, gone! A Springer dinger, 4-3 Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th. One knee, no problem. You have to have that guy in a big game, and he crushed a pitch out to left center.
You have got to be kidding me, Ben. That is the best moment in sports I have ever seen.
And listen to this place go.
For the Mariners, their last chance. It'll come against Jeff Hoffman. Because the Blue Jays have blown everybody out in this postseason, he's only had one save opportunity. Rivas, then a pinch hitter, Canzone, then Julio Rodriguez. Here we go. Rivas starting the 9th. And he's down on strikes. Hoffman flames a fastball by him, one away in the 9th. 32 years, down to 2 outs. Canzone is just 3 for 27 in this postseason. He was benched tonight.
Now Hoffman has one to play with. He hasn't thrown a good splitter to him yet, but he has one to play with if he wants to get him to chase off of that fastball.
2-2 pitch. 2 gone in the 9th.
2 down, top of the 9th, and with the World Series on the line, here comes Julio Rodriguez.
Well, you know what's going through his mind. He helped start this 3-run scenario with his teammate on. He wants to give Cal an at-bat. Anyway, anyhow. Man, this is what it's all about.
A strike away for Jeff Hoffman and the Toronto Blue Jays. The payoff. He struck him out! And for the first time in 32 years, the Blue Jays have won the pennant.
He got in! The Blue Jays win the pennant! The Blue Jays win the pennant! They're going to the World Series! It's so good, we must be dreaming! The Toronto Blue Jays come back, knock off the Mariners, and they will take on the LA Dodgers!
And we weren't sure if Jeff Hoffman would be able to come in this ballgame and be effective after throwing 2 innings yesterday. That might have been the best outing of his season. What a moment for him. What a moment for George Springer. What a moment for this city. That was incredible.
No team in the history of the ALCS has lost the first 2 at home and come back to win a 7-game series. Until now, the Blue Jays look down and out so many times in this series.
They've been fantastic all season. They were fantastic today, and hopefully they're fantastic in the 2025 World Series.